Day 4 and the weather is absolutely stunning. Beautiful morning light, barely any clouds, no wind. This will be fantastic. Just like before, we had to land at Bartow. We spent a long time waiting there and eventually decided to Uber to Lakeland. Turned out to be a good idea since it would still take a couple of hours before we did a second flight. We took a shuttle to the airshow site and had a look at some of the planes there. Sun and Fun was my first airshow in the United States, and I like to compare it to those in Europe. The most obvious difference was the sheer number of aircraft. I've done a lot of fly-ins in the past and I've never witnessed so many airplanes gathered in one location. As expected, everything in the USA is bigger and Sun and Fun is no exception. Quantity aside, the quality was equally impressive. I used to think that American air shows were quite repetitive and even maybe a little boring. Sun and Fun had a wide range of aircraft, from warbirds to general aviation, from jets to helicopters, and not the types you see every day. The static display was different as well. You could freely walk between the aircraft, you could have a look underneath or even in them, while in Europe most of the planes are guarded by fences. The flying displays seem to be closer and way lower than in Europe, but somewhat less spectacular compared to the European counterparts. Most displays consisted of flybys and lacked the intensity and variety I've come to expect from European airshows. The pyrotechnics, on the other hand, were way crazier than anything I've ever seen. Eventually we had a briefing with the Rhino guys and some of the aerobatic pilots, and then made our way back to the other side, hopped in an Uber and drove back to Bartow. We're at Bartow Airport again. Maybe I should explain a little how I ended up here on this airport. So we did a morning flight this morning, a very good flight, beautiful light, beautiful flown, beautiful pictures. But we couldn't land at Lakeland for Sun and Fun. We couldn't land there, it was too hectic. And we had to land here in Bartow. And then we had to Uber from Bartow to Lakeland, where we spent a couple of hours at Sun and Fun, and then we Ubered back from Lakeland back to Bartow for now our second flight, also immediately our last flight of the day. And the Uber rides were an experience. First Uber driver was a veteran special forces guy, so that was interesting, and then the second was a flying instructor, so again very interesting. And now we're back at Bartow, and we will do the second flight of today and also immediately the last flight of today. So the second and the third flight got combined into one, and now we're gonna do just that. So yeah, it's a bit of a hectic day and I didn't get to film very much, but I hope you get something out of it.
Rhino first, solo.
Okay, continue, and then
Then you're gonna see the Corsair joining up
On the
together
Rhino.
with the Rhino. And after that, the Corsair will leave and we'll have Rob Holland joining with the Rhino. And then Rob Holland will leave. We have Kevin, what's his
Coleman.
name? Coleman joining together with the Rhino. After that, they all leave, and then we got the guys with the pyro, who I don't know the name.
Nathan Hammond and Kyle Fowler. They have 6 times 30 seconds fireworks that they will shoot for the photos.
So we just finished the flight for today. It was a beautiful sunset flight, second flight. Beautiful sunset. Yeah. So that was really nice. We had Corsairs, Mustangs, you know, the whole thing, aerobatic planes, fireworks even. Pictures should be amazing. It was really nice. Skyline in the back. And beautiful sunsets.